Here is a procedure I've developed for manual microtitration using the inexpensive Frey Scientific Microchem Kit. Here is the setup. 25 milliliters of an unknown concentration of hydrochloric acid was prepared as the analyte. 10 drops of universal indicator were added. 50 milliliters of a 0.5 molar solution of sodium hydroxide was prepared as the titrant. The microburette and syringe that will be used to handle the titrant are marked with red electrical tape to avoid confusion. To begin, we need to dispense about 1 milliliter of analyte into a cell of the combo plate. We must fill our burette using the syringe. Push the solution slowly to avoid air bubbles. When the syringe is empty, pinch the flexible tubing with gloved hands, reset the syringe, and then reinsert it. Push carefully until the air is out of the burette, dispensing a small amount. Make note of the volume of solution in the burette, in this case 0.04 milliliters. Now, move the burette over to the cell in the combo plate where you will perform the titration. You are now ready to dispense the analyte. Carefully dispense no more than 1 milliliter of it and make a note of the volume. In this case, the volume is now 0.96 milliliters. We now know that we have 0.92 milliliters of analyte in our combo plate cell. It is time to prepare the titrant. Move the burette back to the preparation cell. Draw up a full syringe of the sodium hydroxide and once again fill the burette. Push the solution slowly to avoid air bubbles. When the syringe is empty, pinch the flexible tubing with gloved hands, reset the syringe, and then reinsert it. Push carefully until the air is out of the burette, dispensing a small amount. Make note of the volume of solution in the burette, in this case 0.42 milliliters. We are now ready to begin the titration. Insert a micro spatula for stirring into the analyte. Add a small amount of titrant, just a drop or two, and stir. This takes careful control. Our class spent time practicing with water to get the knack. Stir after every addition and be patient. When the solution turns purple, you know you've reached the end point. Make a note of the remaining volume of titrant, 1.32 milliliters. We used 0.9 milliliters of titrant to reach the end point. Quick calculations with our data, and we can determine the number of moles of sodium hydroxide used to reach the end point. Since this is a simple 1-to-1 strong acid, strong base titration, we find the hydrochloric acid concentration to be 0.47 molar. This experiment was repeated several times. Students were able to consistently and reliably determine the molarity of 3 other unknown concentrations to within 5%, 0.2 molar, 0.4 molar, and 0.6 molar solutions of hydrochloric acid. Some things to note. When designing your experiments, be sure that the total volume of the analyte and titrant will not exceed the capacity of a combo plate cell, about 2.2 milliliters. This severely limits the titrations you can perform, but it is an adequate economical setup for teaching basic high school chemistry. Also, the small volumes make it safer and less wasteful. I hope you find this video helpful. Thanks for watching.